Hello, my name is Rashad Murphy. I will be doing a bibliography review of the three articles I selected. Today is September 22nd, 2024. And basically, I will begin to explain these articles. So, one of the articles I chose talked about component analysis, which is a systematic analysis of two or more independent variables. And the technological way of explaining that will be defined by Cooper, who defines component analysis as any experimental design to identify the active elements of a treatment condition, the relative contributions of different variables in the treatment package, and the necessary sufficient component analysis intervention. My teacher's going to watch this, but for those of us who are not in the ABA, what that basically means is we are comparing the components of an intervention instead of the interventions themselves. So usually when we are doing experimental designs, we are going for the various interventions versus the behavior or the dependent variable that we're looking for, which is what we'll talk about next during visual analysis. During this one, every individual intervention, the component of the intervention, such as prompting, verbal commands, the whether they had sleep and things like that, all the different components, we're comparing those individual variables. We're analyzing those individual components in comparison to the independent variable or the behavior that we're looking to change as a whole. And now we'll switch into, the reason I chose this article was because even though it's not commonly used, it's not, chosen over the other ones that we usually do, it is a part of, single subject designs. So, the one that we typically use is visual analysis. And that's most common. Everything we do is data driven, but we usually are using visual analysis in our single subject designs. And that is essentially the backbone of what we do, whether it's interpreting graphs, scatter plots, and things like that, charts. But basically what that is we're looking at data input from our therapists or, our RBTs, whether it's their frequency counts, their durations, and things like that. And we're analyzing whether or not our treatment is feasible or, has validity. Is it effective? So, there's a couple different ways that, we can shape these analysis. Usually we'll do an A-B style, which is the A is, entering baseline, we're gathering baseline data, and then we'll do the B, which is the implementation of the intervention. Or we can do multiple baseline, and that's across individuals, behaviors, settings, et cetera, like any variable that you can think of. But the focus of that one is essentially that you are collecting baseline data simultaneously across multiple baselines, multiple people and variables. And the last article, the thing to think about when you are doing any of this is to make sure that you have high agreeability, right? So if you have two people recording the same behavior, like the frequency of aggression, but somebody said they only did it 10 times, the other person said they did it 100 times, that doesn't sound right. Somebody's missing something. So typically we operate on a scale of 100 points, and what we want to do is focus on